What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's had a great hump day. This means we're on the town hillside tomorrow night. There is Thursday night football. I don't even know who's playing, but I'll be live streaming it because I just like to be talking. You know, I just like to be talking. That's what I do. Um, Interesting day. Interesting day. Bobby Wagner. A police report was filled out about him. There was a fool who jumped out onto the field during Monday Night Football, and he's running around with a pink smoke torch, on the field and stuff. And here's the thing. I was talking with Brother Ross because, I was like, yeah, he jacked him up. It's like, yeah, well, he should have because he really, really laid the wood on him. I tell you what, isn't there a rule like in Florida law called stand your ground? Stand your ground, right? Didn't this fool come into his house and running around in his, on his field? I mean, if somebody broke into my house, shouldn't I be jacking them up like I should have today with that fool coming out the red brick
In
house?
Virginia, you can.
I should have, you should have, yeah. Yeah, the security was chasing him. We're trying, one guy, and you were like, this fool ain't going to get him. This fool ain't going to get him. And so Bobby Wagner said, you know what? Bam! He gave him the shoulder. He didn't get him the helmet. He gave him the shoulder, knocked him down, made it easy for security. Hell, he should be asking for a little, bonus because he did the security people's job. And if you don't want to get jacked up by a football player, guess what? Don't run out on the field during a game. How about that? Oh, I'm gonna make a police report. He hit me while I was breaking the law. Come on, man. Get out of here with that garbage, man. Man, get out of here with that garbage. Shoots. Anyway, our Dallas Cowboys, we take on the Rams. And me and Roz, we've had, how long were we on the phone? About an hour? Between the hurt chicken and everything else, talking about, what happened. The chicken slipped in the rain and stuff. But, and then we're talking about Matthew Stafford and things and why he's playing like ass. And I was saying that, hey, I think a lot of it's a tendonitis. And he's like, oh, no, that's not okay. I was trying to give him an excuse. And then we were talking about part of the problem being that he doesn't have the deep threats and this, that, and the other. And, of course, they lost Wentworth. Wentworth. We wanted him to come out and play for the Cowboys. And he was actually talking about their offensive line is basically like it was in 2019, which was makeshift, where they just kept rotating players left and right and couldn't find a combination that worked. And so at the moment, you look at it and say, Matthew Stafford's playing like Jared Goff. But we'll talk about Matthew Stafford later. For the Cowboys, on the other side of the fence, Aaron Donald and the defense is not doing as good as they did last year. Now, Aaron Donald is still Aaron Donald. He's a tough out. But the problem for that defense right now is you don't have a Von Miller on the outside. To put it in perspective, how do you think we would do? How do you think our defense would be the same if we didn't have Micah Parsons on the outside? See, Micah Parsons is demanding two guys, sometimes three. And so for Aaron Donald, he's the guy. They don't have that pressure on the edge. He's still going to hurt you. He's still a beast. But now you can kind of say, that's the guy we're not going to let beat us. And see, for us, we've got several different guys. You look and you say, okay, Micah Parsons, we can't let that guy beat us. Well, you do that, and Dorrance Armstrong gets 3 sacks. Well, you do that, and also D-Law gets 3 sacks. You do that, and Dante Fowler gets 2 sacks. And because now the defensive line is able to maintain pressure and hold the line, you're getting a lot of sacks. And see, that's what you have to do. Now, I didn't actually come in here to talk about, talk about Aaron Donald and the defense. I actually came to talk about our offensive line. Our offensive line, that dust from the red brick house, has actually been a lot better than what most people would have thought it would have been. Going through the grades, guess who's the highest graded player on the Cowboys offensive line? Go ahead and guess. Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's the highest graded player on the Cowboys offensive line?
Still.
Oh, because you must have been listening.
I was guessing.
He was listening. You would think it would be Zach Martin, who grades out at a 72, which is good.
Because of his ankle.
No, not that, but graded out for the plays that he was in.
Yeah, but he was out for 2 plays.
Believe it or not, even with the four penalties that he had week 1 against Tampa Bay, and see, those things matter. You know, when we look at how we got beat with Tampa Bay, when you have all the penalties that we had, and see, we had, 3 against Washington? We had a boatload against Tampa Bay. Terrence Steele had 4 by himself. Terrence Steele is graded out at 73.2. Zach Martin graded out at 72. 70s are great. Tyler Biadasz grades out at a 54.7, which is just slightly below average. You can deal with that when you've got 70s over there. Tyler Smith rates out at a 62.3, which is about average, maybe slightly more than average. And considering where we've gone to like Chaz Greens and, guys like Ty Nasekis and things that don't grade worth crap, 62 for a rookie on the edge is good. Where our problem is, and where the Rams will probably attack, is at the left guard. Left guard is the weakest link. Matt Forniak, and I ain't mad at Matt Forniak because Matt Forniak probably didn't think he was going to be seeing the field. And for us to say, oh my God, we got to go down to Matt Forniak, then we really got problems. He grades out at a 40, which is way below average. Then we have this week, we got Connor McGovern back out. Connor McGovern alternated plays with Jason Peters, okay? So he's still coming back from injury. But with the plays that he played against Tampa Bay and the plays that he played this week, he's only a 45.5. That's still way below average. It's better than Matt Forniak, but not quite where you want to be. And here's where Jason Peters only has like 33 plays. And I don't know how soon he's going to get his whole wind in or how soon that they'll be playing him more than what they played the first couple of weeks. But they need to get him out there. He grades out at a 60.8 with the plays that he's played so far. So you had 40, 45.5, which are below average. And then you have Jason Peters, who is 40 years old and at least is average. And if you can get that 60.8 at guard, then that's a whole lot. Because here's the thing, and here's the other thing that's interesting too, with Jason Peters. And I think you need to play Jason Peters a lot this week. Because with Aaron Donald, you don't want him to get at the quarterback. And Jason Peters is grading better at pass blocking than run blocking. So you definitely want to have Jason Peters out there. Now, to give you another little taste of how bad it is. Now, keep in mind, it's amazing that the Cowboys have only given up 2 sacks in 4 games. 2 sacks in 4 games. That's amazing. I want to say the Rams have given up like 17. Now, part of that reason why we haven't been giving up sacks are we've been able to run the football and we've done a lot of play action and we're getting rid of the ball quick. We're not going to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th reads. We're not having the big developing plays. We are like 1, 2, 3, get it out, okay? Which helps negate the sacks. So that's where your quarterback has helped the offensive line. But the offensive line has helped the quarterback. Now, amazingly enough, would you believe one of the sacks was given up by Tony Pollard, apparently? That's what Ross told me in the stats. Tony Pollard was credited with giving up a sack. Look, Mike's like, oh, real? Yes, one of the two.
Lineman
Huh?
for that one sack?
Well, then there had to be. I don't know who gave up the other one. But here's the thing: Matt Forniak has given up 13 pressures. Okay, 13. The rest of the offensive line total has given up 38. Nobody else on the team has more than 4 pressures other than Matt Forniak. So that goes to show you that, yeah, guard play can definitely be better than what we've had, and we want to have that to be better, especially going against Aaron Donald. The Rams right now, their problem is, I pointed this out a few years ago, but here's the thing. When you go to the Super Bowl, there's a couple of reasons why, a multitude of reasons why it's hard to repeat. One, you're the Super Bowl champions, meaning you're picking the last pick in the draft. 2, you're playing longer than everybody else. So when you're a team that's not in the playoffs, you've got an extra month of the off season to get that surgery, to heal up, to get your body in shape. You're done first week in January. Now, the Rams weren't finished till the middle of February. The league year starts in March. You're really not getting much time to get yourself together, and Matthew Stafford had that tendonitis and wasn't able to work out. So you look at that and say, if he had had an extra month of time, he could have had an extra month to rest to get this thing ready. You also play that first place schedule. And everybody, of course, is gunning for you because you're the Super Bowl champion. And if we beat the defending Super Bowl champion, then that means we're a good team. So you're getting everybody's best game. So that's what I believe the Cowboys need to do is we need to get Jason Peters. Put him on the treadmill tonight. Put him on the treadmill. If you got to put him on the treadmill and you put some Whataburger. Is it Whataburger in Dallas? Is it Whataburger? Yeah, Whataburger. Yeah, put a tray of Whataburgers, just out of arm's length of it, so that way he's running. I mean, if you want me to, I'll cook some, make some shrimp tacos or something, and I'll put them in front of him. But get him running, man. We need that dude in shape soon. Soon. Because now you got the Rams, and then you got, of course, the Eagles. No. And you definitely want him ready to play against the Eagles for some payback. I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate you. Peace.